Our next speaker is another amazing woman in real estate. Heather Ozur is the president of the Women's Council of Realtors. And she's going to be sharing her unique perspective on women in this wonderful industry. So let's welcome.
Good afternoon. You're all recovering after lunch? It's truly a privilege to be here and be able to share a little bit about leadership and the ability to leverage that in your business and on a leadership journey. You know, leadership is a verb. It's really a mindset. It's a choice that you accept when you take on that responsibility, because you're empowering others to make a difference. When we leverage that uniqueness as a leader, especially in the real estate industry, we lay the groundwork for others. We build relationships, we collaborate, we develop leaders, and we lean into some amazing opportunities. As women leaders, we exercise grit, we exercise passion, and tenacity. The challenge is that leveraging that uniqueness in leadership is not always straightforward, and it can be complicated at times. What I have to say is what's so impressive about many of our industry leaders is we make it look easy. In essence, one of my favorite terms is to talk about is the iceberg effect. Now, what do I mean by that? Most people see that top of that iceberg, that illusion, that pillar of strength, that successful leader standing before you who looks like they're leading effortlessly with drive and passion and focus. What you don't see hidden beneath that surface and beneath that water is the things that have actually enabled us to be that successful leader. It's the challenges, it's the sacrifices, it's the unseen battle scars that shape this uniqueness of us as a leader. You know, do I have your permission to be open and honest with you? Wonderful. We appreciate that so much, because this is a room that you want to be open with and share. That along this journey, what is really hidden beneath that surface is also that negative self-talk. Deborah talked about it this morning. And there's some really key ones that happen to us, especially as women in business and women leaders. So many of these common thoughts I think you'll find, you've heard time and time again along that journey. First off, Dottie even mentioned it, the fear of failure. It's when we allow that fear to stop us from doing things that can move us forward to achieve some amazing goals. We have to be aware of that when it happens. And one of the ones that I know is common for me is paralysis by analysis. It's the state of overanalyzing. We overthink what is happening in a situation, and then it prevents us from taking action, even sort of paralyzing the outcome. Sometimes in those situations, one of my favorite expressions is about no communication. Well, you get no communication, then all of a sudden you make stuff up in your head. So you're feeding that thought. And then there's the imposter syndrome. That sneaky little phenomenon that happens when you have feelings of inadequacy that persist despite the evidence of your own success. Like, what am I doing standing right here, right now? What do I have to say that you can take back and make a difference for you? The fact is, we have to get better as leaders to have more positive self-talk for ourselves. We need to take pause, take inventory of the amazing strengths we have. Understand, I'm different from you, and I need to look at that strength that I have, that drive that I have. That may be different from the fact that you have this big personality that can walk into a room and command it in a second. That's not something I can do very well. or I feel that I don't do well. But we have to own our own strengths and then leverage those strengths, embrace them. We also have to learn from the setbacks that happen. We have to remember at times you're going to miss that mark. And we have to learn from those setbacks and the disappointments. We need to look at them as an opportunity to grow. Recently, Oprah Winfrey, on one of her podcasts, talked about failure. And she said, "I don't believe in failure. I believe failure is information. It is information and opportunity to change your course. Failure is not the end of a road. It's just a detour. It's a big red flag saying to you, wrong way. You need to turn around. You're going the wrong way." Don't be devastated by failure. Thank it. Bless it. Let it raise you up and let it show you the other way and take you in a brand new direction. Personally, I have learned to leverage the setbacks and the disappointments and turn them into strategic learning experiences. It allows for growth as a leader, and it strengthens my emotional intelligence. Throughout leadership, there's certain traits that I've learned to embrace, albeit not everybody sees them as positives. But I've learned that I really believe these 3 traits are the hallmark of a strong female leader. First off is grit. It's the perseverance and passion to achieve long-term goals. Having that grittiness to thrive in the face of adversity is truly necessary to be successful in the long term. As a leader, I have grit. I'm always looking strategically forward while tackling everyday complications, both in business and in life. It's passion. I'm a passionate pioneer in the pursuit of excellence. When not satisfied with the status quo, I am thriving to look for change and to enhance an organization, my business, and anything I can touch that will develop you as a leader to make it better. And then there's tenacity. As women leaders, we face challenges that men will never face, such as the social expectation of life and work balance. It's why it's so important to demonstrate both confidence and determination when we come and step into leadership and in our business. The fact is, our responsibilities, those extra responsibilities we have as women in our life, is compelling evidence of our ability to act as leaders in all facets of life. I do work hard every day to remind myself that as a woman, I can pursue professional success and personal fulfillment at the same time, and to not feel guilty about it. Because society looks at us and sometimes tries to make us feel guilty about it. The fact is, I don't have to feel guilty about going after my passion and having grit and being tenacious. As it's mentioned, I'm involved with Women's Council of Realtors, and I truly appreciate that Women's Council and my realtor volunteer family at the California Association of Realtors and at the National Association of Realtors, they allow me to be a leader and boldly be myself and unapologetically be me in those moments as a leader for each of those organizations. Yes, like many of you probably have heard along your journey, I have been told I'm too confident, too driven, too passionate, too eager to make change in an organization. The fact is, Women should not be afraid to be confident, driven, have grit, exude passion, embrace our tenacity, and look for ways to make positive change. One of the things we talk about at Women's Council of Realtors, and our mantra, is leaders made here. And we use that hashtag all the time. And really and truly, it's the fact that we do, in these organizations, create leaders. And I stand here before you proud that I am the strong, capable, and inspirational leader that has been instilled in me by these organizations and businesses that I spend my time with, both in my personal and my professional life. The key we have to remember is to be ourselves. And equally important is to be surrounded by others who get it, who lift us up, who value our diversity, who appreciate and respect women for the strength, the talent, and the perspective we bring to the table. I've been privileged to be surrounded by amazing women and some outstanding men who understand and believe in the leader within me. And I know today we have a room full of intelligent, driven, powerful, gritty, and successful women that are here today to learn and take their leadership to the next level. The fact is, we are difference makers. We are not entrepreneurs. We are business owners. We are decision makers. We are industry leaders, and so much more that we have to offer in our real estate business. What we ask you to do is to step out and step up and ensure that women have a voice at the table, that we are respected for our strength and for the caliber of contribution we bring to this industry. Along the way, with everything that happens, you have to truly embrace and love the journey. And I can tell you that the friendships, the networking, the experiences, and the opportunity have made this journey so much more than worthwhile. I'm confident in each of you that you will find the same from what you've learned today. The key is to lean in to what you've learned and lean into those opportunities. And as women leaders, own your grit, own your passion, and own your tenacity. Hopefully, some of what I've shared with you will inspire each of you to know that there's a world of opportunity waiting for you in the journey of real estate leadership, and that you can leverage your uniqueness along that. I believe that we can learn to live and lead at our best, and in fact, I do know it's true. And whatever happens, remember, please lean in and don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Thank you.